So welcome back, guys. This is Madhav PVL, and today it's something special. So I'm just having a conversation with my akka. So she's from Germany, and I just want to talk about some regarding some professional stuff and also some things which were there in Germany, which makes us feel apart from United States and a journey over there. And I just want to talk about everything and hi, Akka. And her name is Praneetha. I don't call her by name anytime, so it's Akka for me. Hi.
Yeah. Hello all. Hello.
Uh, Firstly, just like introduce about yourself, like in 2 to 3 lines, maybe. Right.
So, as he's told, my name is Praneetha and I'm doing my master's in Germany in OFCU, Otto von Guericke University, and my master is on medical systems engineering, and my thesis is based on MRI research.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
And yeah. So basically, as you are in Germany, I just want to ask like one single question. I'm feeling really tough to get some Indian food or like cook Indian food at home in United States, which is like very tough. And like, how do you feel about that in Germany? Like, is it same over there too? Like,
Yeah, I would say so because the Indian population in Germany is quite less. And especially the city that I live in, it's very German oriented city. So we don't really have a lot of Indian food I mean, we do have couple of restaurants, but it's not quite as good as Indian
we
food
eat in
in
India.
general.
No, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say it's Germanized Indian food, but
Mm-hmm.
because of that, I have learned everything and I can basically cook everything right now because I
Mm-hmm.
had to adapt to it as I cannot eat
Even I'm
outside.
doing the same. Even I'm just cooking food, like instead of going outside.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just want to ask like continuation for this, like, what's the most strangest food you had eaten at Germany and you feel it was good, like it was actually good? Like what's that?
So, so there are a couple of foods that I have tried. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
German is very meat-based cuisine,
Mm-hmm.
but there are also a couple of vegetarian foods.
Mm-hmm.
But at my one of my friends' place, I had sauerkraut. It's a cabbage salad or like fermented cabbage. That was very weird. I mean, it
Hmm.
was not that great, but I had to eat anyway. And then you also have different types of cabbages. You call them rotkohl here, and they just
Like
boil it.
it's like Laters in USA, like it's something like that. They just put it
No,
inside a
not
sandwich or
lettuce, not
burger.
lettuce. It's
Yeah.
cabbage. It is
Uh-huh.
cabbage, but it's
Uh-huh.
red cabbage. It's called
Uh-huh.
rotkohl. And
Mm-hmm.
what they do is they just um, boil it and
Oh.
add some salt to it and they serve it to you as a
Oh.
side dish. That was weird. And then you also have, I think they're called Brussels sprouts in English.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, yeah,
And they
it's just
taste
so
good.
weird
And
because no, it's
okay.
not. I
No,
don't
no,
want to
no.
say it's not
Uh,
good. It's just
okay.
not to my palate. I don't think
Uh,
I can. I would make it at my home, but I was so um good, and I was so polite with my friends, and I ate it, but I would never make it at home for sure because
I
their food is basically very bland compared
obviously
to
we
ours.
like spices. We are from India, but I know it tastes like shit. I just know it. But yeah. Uh, And okay, so it's same over here too. Like even I just don't like the salads and food over here, but we are vegetarians and we need to just eat it. Like we don't have any other options.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that was a salad. It's just different side dishes they have it over here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just so bland and so different from
We
what we
have
know.
the same over here, but we just put some garlic sauce over it. Like they just give all the whole salad, and we need to just put some garlic sauce, which is like a sweet and so on. Like,
Okay.
um,
Okay.
it's good if you don't have any other food.
Yeah, well, this was at home, so I didn't had any other options.
Yeah, yeah, obviously, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Uh, And yeah, so I just came to know that you guys are good at recycling because we just use water bottles, like we just use the plastic ones because Arizona's tap water is not a good one. Like we don't need to just drink it. So that's the reason we just
Mm,
prefer for water bottles, but we just throw it away. We don't have any recycling centers or something like that. But I just came to know
mm.
that you guys are like some sort of obsession with recycling in German. Like, is it true? Like, like, yeah, I just want to know about it.
Yeah, yeah, it is very true. It is
Mhm,
very true. Even for water bottles, you have like you generally if you buy water bottles or cola or anything, any
mhm.
plastic water bottle, you pay extra 25 cents every time at supermarket. And then when you take this bottle back to the supermarket, you put it in the recycling machine,
Oh,
and then you get the 25 cents back, so you can get kind of a reduction or something while you are checking out after you're done with your shopping. That's one that's one thing I find really nice.
yeah, that's great.
And it's funny, but I also have this on my table. So
Mm-hmm.
this is a kind of a cute dustbin, I would say, but there are like different sorting systems here with different colors and everything. I guess it's because of responsibility for the next generation or the younger
Oh,
generation to keep it sustainable and you know, all the global warming and climate changes and everything. I guess recycling is a way to stop that or at least control it or reduce the just being responsible. I
yeah,
guess they're being
obviously it's a good one,
responsible.
but we just don't find it here. I don't know why. Like, even we just want some kind of stuff like that because we just use a lot of plastic, like so much of plastic. Per
Yeah.
person, we just drink around 40 water bottles, and like we were five in a room, and like we consume a lot of plastic, but we just don't have anything like that. So it's like very pretty good.
Um, I think it's also very nice. I
Mm.
would be very happy if it's also been um, like changed in India as well regarding this plastic water
Yeah,
bottles at least. I found that idea very cool when I
yeah,
was
yeah, it's
in
nice.
the beginning of my journey here.
Mm.
Yeah. And I'm also quite good right now with the sorting out, I would say, because I
Okay.
have over the time I have had couple of German friends and
Like a wet
roommates.
waste and a dry waste, like
No, it's not just wet waste
even
and
more
dry waste.
segregated.
Yes,
And
we have.
mm,
I in my home, in my room right now, in my
mm-hmm,
apartment, sorry,
mm.
we have three different dustbins.
Oh, mm-hmm,
One is for bio. Bio is just your cooking waste or
mm-hmm,
whatever bio,
mm.
like
Vegetable
leaves,
waste and yeah.
food, anything that's related to food
Mm,
that you eat or something
mm-hmm,
like that.
mm-hmm,
And then we have paper waste, and then
mm.
we have plastic waste.
Oh, that's great
And then
actually.
we also put glass containers or any steel containers separately, so we throw them in a different container.
That's actually a big task. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
yeah.
is a big task, but
Yeah.
you get used to it over the time.
Uh-huh. All right. And
Yeah.
yeah, so continuation to this, I just want to ask something like, is it a kind of a rule that you have in German, or like, did you just make it a habit by yourself? And I also heard that the Sundays are very quiet in German because in the United States, weekends are like lots of fun. Like people just roam around places. So many will be there on roads, and we have lots of fun. But I just came to know that it's usually very quiet in Germany during Sundays. Is it true, or like? How did you just make up with those rules? Like, is it really tough or like easy?
Yeah. So I didn't make any rules. There were
Mm-hmm.
already rules here. As you
Yeah.
know, German loves rules. So
Uh,
the rules were already there.
uh-huh.
And yeah, I mean, I guess the work-life balance in Europe itself, or maybe in Germany itself, is quite better or maybe good
Mm-hmm.
compared to United States. I don't know because I've never lived there, so I cannot speak for it. But what I
Mm-hmm.
can say is that so weekends are for family.
Mm-hmm.
And usually Saturdays, the malls and everything are open,
Mm-hmm.
but on Sundays everything is closed. And yes, there is a ruhazite called
Mm-hmm.
silent time or no noise time.
Seriously.
And every day it is every day.
Mm-hmm.
Ruhazide, like no noise time is every day. But
Mm-hmm.
on Sundays especially, yes, everything is silent. But people just spend their time with their families. They go to parks or they have Spielabend, I mean like gaming nights or something like that, meeting friends and having fun.
Uh,
So they don't go out.
that's actually tough. Okay, but it's
They
fine.
don't go out, rather they spend time with their family, and or maybe go to park or swimming or go to sea, sorry, not sea, lake, and then swim there. i'm
Mm-hmm.
i'm also, I'm sorry for my German words usage because
Yeah, that's
it
fine.
just comes out
Yeah.
out of
And
habit. Yeah.
and also like as continuation for this, like will the stores get closed very early in German? Like is it true? Like will they just close it a bit early when compared to the remaining places? And how did you just make up with that? Like
I mean, define your early, first of all.
okay, so in United States it would be like we just have it 24/7. So there is no early first. Like even at midnight if you want something, we get it. Like usually like Walmart or Safeway or something like that, they stay up to 12 o'clock maybe. Right.
Okay, okay. So don't be surprised when I say this.
Mm-hmm.
So Magdeburg is not a, I live in Magdeburg by the way, and Magdeburg is not a very big city.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rather town, I would say. It's
Oh.
maybe city
Mm-hmm.
compared to German standards, but not maybe also a big city like Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
So in all the Magdeburg, there is
Mm-hmm.
just one shop that is
Mm-hmm.
opened till noon at night, only one supermarket. Everything else is closed by 8 or 10 in the
Seriously.
night. Yeah.
Is it because of some security issues or like something else?
No, it's just to so that people can go home and relax and then have a nice night and has a sense of humanity, I would say. Or
Okay,
so
that
yeah.
makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so that people can go home and relax and spend time with their
Mm-hmm.
families or whatsoever. But yeah, not overworking. Not everybody is not overworking here. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's strange. And also, like, I just want to talk about your studies. Like, how are they going? Like, are they tough in German or like, are they easy? Something.
Um, I found it very difficult in the beginning of my journey here in the
Mm-hmm.
first 6 months
Mm-hmm.
of my master's. It was really hard because I had to understand the environment here, like
Mm-hmm.
how everybody is dealing, how everybody is living their life, and blah blah blah. Like you said, this early closing of shopping markets or anything is closed by 8. Even shopping malls are closed by 8, and all
Mm-hmm.
of those things are quite new to me because in India, in Hyderabad, it's everything is
Yeah.
open till
Yeah. Yeah.
10 or
Yeah.
12
Yeah.
or 11.
Yeah.
And so that was quite new, and I had to adapt to a lot of things, and I also do my master's, which
Mm-hmm.
was quite challenging, I would say, in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
because the standards are quite different from India to Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was hard to adapt, and I would say it wasn't a piece of paper to just you can tear it away and it's done.
Obviously.
No,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
not that easy. Yeah, it was hard, I would say.
Mm. Okay. So, like, I just heard few points. I don't know whether they are right or wrong, but I just came to know that the German studies, like the people over there, are very serious about their studies. Like, they just take a lot of seriousness into that, their rules, and also they have a very long lecture hours and a bit of less assignments when compared to any other countries like United States or India. Are they true? Like, do they just maintain such kind of seriousness? And what are their weird rules? I don't call it weird. I'm sorry. Like, what are their different kind of rules? Like, I just want to know about it.
So, classes are once a week. Like there are like two different things, lectures and
Mm-hmm.
then Übung.
Mm-hmm.
Übung is exercise
Ah,
classes.
like lab.
Uh, no,
Hmm.
like exercise, like assignment classes, for
Oh, that's great.
example.
Uh-huh.
So we have like lecture periods and then exercise periods.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to say for the word of exercise. We call it exercise here, so it's
Mm-hmm.
exercise
Mm-hmm.
for us.
Got it. Yeah.
So both of them are
We
around
just call it
90.
assignment. Like, by the way,
Okay,
assignment.
okay, yeah, assignment classes,
Yeah.
assignment classes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So both of them are around 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know if it is too long. Well, compared to India, it was long. It is
Mm-hmm.
long.
Yeah.
Because in India it's around 45 or 60 minutes of lecture period, but you have them every day. But
Mm-hmm.
in Germany, it's once a week. So you
Mm-hmm.
have once a week of lecture class, and
Mm-hmm.
then maybe once a week or once in 2 weeks, an
Mm-hmm.
exercise class.
Oh.
So, but yeah, I mean, lecture periods are quite nice and quite interesting. Sometimes professors are quite well prepared and they're very well established in their own departments or their own areas,
Mm-hmm.
so you can get or grasp a lot of knowledge from them, or steal a lot of information from them when you need
Yeah.
it. And coming to assignments, or I don't think they are small or few or
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
less in in content, I would say. So I don't think you can find answers in Google with the
Okay. So you
questions
need to
that
do
you
it on
get
your
in.
own, the old stuff.
You have to do it on your own. You have to like understand the concepts and do it
Uh-huh.
on your own. And it's that way, the assignment. So even though you get like four questions, sometimes you get a period of 2 weeks to solve those four questions.
Oh my God. Uh-huh.
So I don't think they are
Okay.
easy. But even though it might seem like only four questions, it might take a longer time to find the
Work
solution
on
for
them.
it.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like I just want to know about the professor's approach. Like, what if you're unable to just solve those? Like, will they help for your assignment? Or like, what are the unique approaches you see when compared to the remaining countries? Like in the United States, usually they just give a take-home assignment. So it's like, no, I have like 5 days a week classes, and usually, the assignments just take up to 2 to 3 hours to just solve. They were like some coding questions and some assignments in Excel. I'm just doing business analytics and something related to that. But if we are unable to just solve it, we have TAs who will help us regarding that assignment. And also sometimes we just consult professor for the explanation of the solutions. Even if we get wrong answers, sometimes they may just give a partial score and they just don't wanna run. Like, they just give us a lot of time to complete the work, and even if we are unable to do it, we can seek help from them. Like, that's how things work here. Like, what are their approach? Like, will they just help you, or they were something like TAs, or like, how does it work?
So yeah, there are assistants for the professors. Professors necessarily don't take the exercise classes. There
Mm-hmm.
are assistants who do PhD students, for example, of the professor. They take the assignment classes, and
Mm-hmm.
of course, they do help us with the solutions and all. they necessarily don't take off the points or whatever if we don't solve,
Mm-hmm.
because they do know it's quite hard to solve. So if you do solve, then you are to be presented your solution
Oh.
on the blackboard most of
Uh-huh.
the time. Sometimes I did do that in
Mm-hmm.
many of my lectures.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you are wrong, they don't say anything. If you are right, they say, yeah, this solution is right, or this way of approach is right, or they explain their own solution, and then everybody takes notes of it, and then but you don't get negative marks or positive marks if you are right or wrong. If you're right, then that's nice. That's it. But there are like certain, how do you call, like a minimum amount of points that you need to get in order to write an exam, which
Mm-hmm.
is not really benchmark point. It's just there. It's not mandatory. It's just there, like so that you can be pushed by your professor to do your solutions
Oh, that's
or
actually like
assignments.
okay. That's actually strange. Like usually it's like a bad dream for introverts, like to just present the solution in class. It's like really tough. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bit strange. The rules are really tough. And and I just wanna know about the research approach. As I had said before, there were PhD scholars in your university under your professor. And how is their approach for research and like how strict they are. Like I also wanna talk about, like I just want you to talk about your research project. I know you're working on something since months, and you used to tell me it's very tough, and I just want to know about that before just talking about this thing. Like,
Yeah, before that, I would like to add to the point. Yeah, regarding the presentation of your assignment, I totally agree. Anybody can be stage frightened about
mhm,
it, but I think doing that has helped my own stage skills when I have to present my any of my work or any of my assignment or whatsoever. Of course, in the beginning of the semesters, I was like, "Oh my God, how am I gonna do this? I have a solution, but should I go and present it, or should I just sit here and shut my mouth, or should I just present and get noticed in front of professors, so I can get some kind of student assistant jobs with
right.
him, or
Mm-mm.
yeah." But over the time it was fine, and I think it is one of the reasons why I don't have this anxiety feeling
Mhm.
nowadays when I have to give any presentations or so.
That's great.
So yeah.
Mm,
It was in later it was for my own beneficial, I guess.
mm,
But coming to the research part, I think at least in our university, there is ongoing research
mhm,
always, and PhD scholars or whatever, they really value fundamentals,
mhm,
basic fundamentals. They want them to be strong.
mhm.
They sometimes you don't have to be surprised if you get asked what is a unit called. For example, what is the measure of a metric, or what is a meter? So such simple questions can also be asked so that it is ensured that your fundamentals are strong enough. So I would say it is pretty strong. I think
Obviously,
when
yeah.
it comes to having all those skills and all, and coming to my research,
It's
I
actually
am
good.
working.
Like, if they just
Hmm?
randomly test you, it's obviously good. Like, you have a quality research work, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I've my supervisor has questioned me couple of times some random questions
Okay.
related to my topic, where I was like,
Mhm.
hey, okay, I didn't expect this question from you today.
Okay.
So yeah, can be that way. And well, coming to my research or my thesis research, I would say
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told you. I've been working on it for a couple of months,
I know.
and I have gained my patience over it right now, for
Mm-hmm.
now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still ongoing learning curve, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
regarding the patience of for it, because research doesn't work like this.
Yeah,
It's
obviously.
always trial and error, and you shouldn't get disappointed and
Mm.
whatsoever, which I got disappointed in the very beginning of my
Yeah,
research stage.
that's natural. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that is how it is in the research, and of course, there are many ongoing research faculties that are here, that groups, research groups that are working in our university itself, and ours is MRI research faculty or research group. I would say more of a research group.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, my thesis is on MRI, magnetic resonance imaging,
Mm-hmm.
and I study how a flow and temperature of water or any other air or a gas effects of that in MRI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that's actually too technical for me. And, yeah. So,
Well, I didn't think you would be able to understand because you don't come from a medical imaging background.
I know what is MRI, but I just don't know
Yeah.
about this temperature and stuff like it's
Well,
actually pretty different for me to understand. Uh,
yeah, I get that.
and yeah, so I just want to talk about these things with you. And once again, thanks for your time. And
Thanks for your time as well and
and
your interest.
yeah. So and that's all about it. And uh, thanks guys for watching. Please subscribe.